Hey guys, welcome to round 2 with the blue-white Aetherflux combo deck. Round 1 didn't go so well, so hopefully this will go a bit better. Hand seems pretty alright. We got the four lands. The Paradoxical outcome is very important. The Gluttonous Crane will hopefully help us get to the Aetherflux reservoir, and we can go from there. So I'll keep this hand. Sorry, just sorting out some stuff with uni. So you'll hear you might hear the Facebook tone there. The mixer is on after. I'll just mute that for the time being. So it seems that my opponent is mulligan to 3 cards, so there is still a pretty good chance that I won't win this, but we'll stand a pretty decent chance, I'd say. If my internet wants to work. So that guy, so that's his turn. Yep, okay, let's go. Just tried to play a land on my turn then, but on his turn, sorry. So I think we can do that. That way we can throw down the console. Next turn we'll be able to play the Gluttonous Crane. So it looks like this guy here doesn't have any lands for this turn either. So I think I'll do the Port Town. And of course we hit nothing, that's okay. But looks like he hit even less. So that Gyreach Sanitarium is going to be very handy to get rid of these excess lands. But until then we could be able to attack. Looks like he still doesn't have too much there. I really should have activated the Gyreach to get Sanitarium there. That's, as per usual, my mistakes. I think the only reason he's still staying in this game right now is because he doesn't really see much of a threat in me at the moment, which is fair enough. So we'll be able to activate this turn. Let's see what he discards. Good news is that he can't cast any of his madness stuff, if he has any, so this might be a look into what the... No? Okay, so he's trying to hide what his deck's doing, that's fine. So I'm not really sure what to sideboard against here. I think that it may be reasonable to just leave it as it is. Maybe the Disappearing Act just for just in case he has any artifact removal and such. I assume he knows what I'm playing. Maybe he just maybe I'm just playing a random affinity deck, essentially. So I'll swap out the 2 Insubstantiates for the 2 Disappearing Acts, and I think that'll be fine. It's a little bit annoying when you don't have any information of what their deck is, but I suppose I have the advantage there in winning the first game, so let's see what happens this time. Again, it's a fairly reasonable start. I think I can keep that. He's kept his hand at 6, I believe, so he at least stands a chance this game. So let's see what he plays this time, this game. That's fine. Okay, so he's green. I think I'll throw down the Prairie Stream because if I need to, I can play the Port Town untapped next turn. So green red might be an energy deck. Yep, that's fine. So I think I'll just play that tapped, and I may play Terrarium. Yeah. Okay. One thing that I've found with this deck is it can be a little inconsistent, as you may have already seen. So I'm really hoping that at least once I get to show you how it goes off, like just gain like the 30 or 40 life in a single turn and then just ping him for the 50. If that doesn't happen over these 5 rounds, I'm going to be very disappointed. But we'll see how we go. What's he up to? He's possibly playing Teamer as well. Just green red by the looks of things, that's fine. So I'm just going to do this, reveal planes this time. I'm going to reflect mage one of the volcanic brawlers. I'm okay trading with those as well, so if he wants to attack next turn, oh, it won't be a trade though, will it? I'm now realizing. That's okay though. I'm happy to block. And trample, okay, so that's alright. I'm really hoping the next time we can draw an Aetherflux reservoir, because that would improve this quite a bit. At least in the next few turns. I think next turn I'll play the Gyreach Sanitarium, and if I don't draw anything that's worth playing, I'm just going to start looting. Get rid of some of these excess lands. But we'll just see what he's got first. Imagine he's going to be taken with the brawler. And of course, if he gives it the +1, then we'll just block. Possible that next turn, that if I can draw a paradoxical outcome, that it would be worth playing out all my 0 drops and returning those two. And I know this deck. So if I'm not mistaken, pretty much what's going to happen here is he's going to give this guy here +5, I think is what it is, and then he's going to keep doubling the power, which is fine. He will very quickly be able to kill me if that's the situation. Okay, so maybe he's not going to go ahead and give it +5. I'm not too sure if that card's actually an instant or sorcery. I thought it was a sorcery, but I could be wrong. I think it's +5 and trample. But we'll see if he does anything here. Built to Smash is also pretty good. You can turn that into a 16, I believe. So I don't have too many options here. I may have to just try to draw an unsubstantiate maybe from off the terrarium instead of, so hopefully I can do that. I'm not really liking my odds there, but a blue and a white. Really need that unsubstantiate. There's the Aetherflux reservoir. I can do that now, and I know I don't have anything, but yeah, and that'll be game. So we'll try this again. Now we know that, I think the Blessed Alliance is quite good here, and I think with Disappearing Axe I can go back. I'll get a Terrarion as well. Anything else? Declarations probably aren't too bad either. I think I get one of those, I'll get rid of one of the Glint Nest. So we go again here. So hopefully we can pretty much get that guy to attack with just the that double power guy, and then hopefully we'll also have Blessed Alliance in hand at the same time. So unfortunately that thing is very difficult to kill otherwise for this deck. Or hopefully we can even just combo off. That would be fantastic. Essentially 4 lands, an Aetherflux reservoir, 2 0-drops, and then draw nothing but 0-drops or a Paradoxical outcome from there on would be fantastic. But see how we go here. Taking a little while to sideboard here. I assume that they actually have a plan. Okay, I will play first. Blue whites. Yeah, I don't hate that hand. Hopefully we draw some more lands out of that. But it seems like a pretty reasonable keep. Don't need to show him anything there. That's an extra land, that's good. So I will be able to reflect a mage a couple of turns. So I think I will reflect a mage here, just for use of mana. But there's definitely an argument for the authority of the consoles there. Yeah. That is pretty good. So I'm probably going to be blocking here. Yeah, okay, that's alright. So he's actually going to be able to keep that out for quite a little while, I think. So that is a bit of an issue. But, okay, so we drew a land. So I think I'm going to play the Aetherflux Reservoir. The most I'm going to be taking next turn is hopefully only going to be the 4. And then after that I can start really laying into him with the life gain. It'll be hopefully difficult for him to come back from. Let's hope that 4 is all he's got. I know he's got to play that that one that I returned to hand. Can't remember its name, but so that'll give him a bit more energy. So he'll be able to keep this Halion for a little while. But if I can reflect a mage and then authority of the console, then at least it's going to be a bit harder for him to come back from. Hopefully he just doesn't have a second one, because that would be a pain to my life total. That is also quite annoying. So it's definitely one of the problems that I've these decks seems to have. So I think that the console, and I think Reflector Mage is alright as well. It's because the next turn at least comes in tapped, so I know I won't be dealing, well not the next turn, but next time he plays it, it will come in tapped. So I know I won't be dealing with damage to me that turn. Perhaps I could have just held up Blessed Alliance. That probably would have been better, now that I'm thinking about it, but oh well. I think we might have a bit more of a game here, but then I have been proven wrong before. That is a problem. That's okay. At least I didn't take that during the as my damage though, so that's not as bad as it could have been. So I know he's just going to play his energy gaining guy, so I think I will. Actually, no, I won't block, because This way he can't attack with the other one and I can actually make him sacrifice it, hopefully. We can't attack with the other one as easily next turn. So all goes well, that Reflector Mage stays on the field. And I will be able to Blessed Alliance the way the Hellion next turn. Yep, that's fine. So I think I will play the Terrarion, just as a... do I? Yeah, I think I do. Just next turn it'll allow me to draw. So it looks like we might have a bit more of a game here than the last match, so hopefully he can't get rid of that Reflector Mage too easily. It might not have been too bad actually. But then again he could have just sacrificed, yeah. So I think I'm doing this the right way. Hopefully he can't remove that Reflector Mage. Otherwise this will essentially have been for nothing. What has he got? What has he got? That's fine. So you rule it. If he wants to do something with that, then I'll happily let him do so, but I think that I will make him sacrifice 2 modes, so we want sacrifice and gain 4 life. Target player gains 4 life and target player sacrifices. Good. That is promising, for at least the moment. Well, it comes in tapped. That's always a good start. So we got another one. Goody. So good news there. Oh no, we can keep both. That's unfortunate. Yeah. This is a bit of a problem. Assume he's doing that for a reason. Yeah, so he's going to be keeping them both out. So next turn, okay. So what I think I might do, I'll play the Bone Saw, then when he attacks I'll block with the Reflector Mage and I'll be able to return it to my hand. With the paradoxical outcome. I'll also be able to draw 4 more cards on top of that, so hopefully we'll draw something of use. And hopefully he can't give that trample. So here's to hoping that he can't put any more energy on the field. So that's fine. Good choice. I like it. So I'm just going to throw myself in front of one of the Hellions. And I will see if he does anything, I suppose. Can't imagine why he would, but that's also one way of doing it. So that's going to be 9 damage this turn at the moment. I will return that. I'll return everything. I might leave the Authority of the Consuls out just to stop him from possibly playing that last 1-drop there. Or his last card in his hand, at least gain something out of it. It's not really the best set of things there. Fortunately, he did have to sack both of those Hellions, so that's always good. I think we go for the Glint Nest. See if we can get a reservoir out of it. Hopefully he can't go ahead and destroy it, and of course we missed. That's fine. It may be worth doing the paradoxical outcome again. I want to save the Reflector Matrix something a bit more in my face, a bit more of a problem. So I think I'll just pass the turn. At the moment, that Servant of the Conduit isn't a problem. At least in its current form, it can't attack past the Glint Nest Crane. And I'd rather not return it to his hand just because of the additional energy that he would gain out of it. And I also half suspect that the card that he's got in hand, or one of the cards he's got in hand, is artifact removal, which is an obvious problem when the main part of your deck is exactly that. So I'm going to block here. Just if he wants to kill it, he can kill it. It's not too big a deal. It just means less combat damage for me. So I think I am going to take the paradoxical outcome approach. And I will be able to play this Reflector Mage and the Bone Saw here. So I'm just going to do it so I can draw as many cards out of it as I can. Him getting that extra energy, it's annoying, but it's not too big a deal. So I think we will return the console this time. Consoles. Okay, still don't have a reservoir. Okay, that's fine, I suppose. So at least now I've got the Crush, and I did just draw another paradoxical outcome, so if I need to I can do it again. The Blessed Alliance is also quite handy. So I've got 11 cards in hand. Then I can play 2 of them easily. That's alright, so I will play that. I might just discard that island when it comes down to it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I think I will just play the Terrarium. just should be able to discard that island now. I've got 8 mana, I believe, so that'll be enough. If I need to, I can cast 2 Aetherflux reservoirs in the same turn, so it shouldn't be too big a problem. See if he's got anything of use here now. I know he's got the energy guy that he can play this turn, so that is certainly one option for him. Yep. That is absolutely fine. Okay, so I am suspecting that he has some removal for this, so I am kind of hoping right now. So I'll just throw out a couple of 0 drops. See if he destroys it. Okay, it's not too bad. So I think that's all I'll do for the turn. If he tries to destroy at end of turn, I do have the option to paradoxical outcome it, which I'm perfectly fine with. See what he can do. It is quite possible that I will actually be able to go off this. Game. Okay. Interesting, interesting. So I can reflect the mage that. I think just purely because I can't afford to have him destroy it, I need to hold up that paradoxical outcome until he either taps out or has no cards in hand, I think. So I won't be able to just cast that and then just replay everything this turn, unfortunately, but let's see what he's doing there. So he's giving that hexproof. That is, again, absolutely fine by me, because it means 1 less or 2 less damage that I'm going to have to be dealt with. I'm going to have to be dealt during combat. So I'll just see what he's doing here. That's fine. Is that one? That is an instant, isn't it? Okay. So I think it would actually just be worth it just to go paradoxical outcome onto 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I should be able to cast all of my cheap drops, and hopefully he doesn't get rid of the Aetherflux reservoir in the process. So I think I'm gonna. So yeah, okay. So then. So I'll draw a heap of cards. and hopefully he doesn't destroy the reservoir in the process. So that's good. So now I should have a whole heap of cards I can play. So just drew the second reservoir, so that in itself is pretty good. So I can play the reservoir, then I can play 1, 2, 3, 4 spells. I don't think it's quite enough, but next turn I'll be able to do quite a bit. Or otherwise I can cast 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spells. So maybe it is enough. I don't know, 4 spells, yeah. Otherwise I could just cast, so I do think that playing the reservoir would be better. So, go Bonesaw, Bonesaw, Bonesaw. So pretty much the aim there is to get out of probably 53 is probably the least that the absolute least, 54 sorry, that is the absolute least that I want, just because I know there's 3 damage spells like Fiery Temper. So if I can get out of that range, which I think I can. If my math isn't completely off, I should be ending up to, yep, so 48 this turn, or 48 that play. And then I can play this guy here, get up to 60 I think, and I'll be able to, sweet. So what would have happened there is I get to gain 6, so then I'm on 50 life, 60 life sorry, and then I could have paid 50 life with Aetherflux Reservoir to deal 50 damage to him. And that's round 2, so we'll see you in round 3.